The Trinity Briefings, Part 3, The Captain, Episode 1. Recovered from the Mirrim archives, Keeper commentary restored, resonant timestamp 944.deltafold. The hall resonates with a low harmonic swell, a slow pulse of bioluminescent light, and the scent of ozone and mineral vapor mingles with the warmth of star metal walls. Keeper.
Beneath the mirrored vaults of Mirrim, we gather again. Around us, the drift hums, a quiet audience of light, vapor, and intent. The bioluminescent chorites shimmer in vertical pools. The lurials sit suspended in glass orbs of their own making, and from the upper tiers, the human contingent watches with eyes both weary and wide. We are here for the third and final briefing of the Trinity sequence, the Captain. The Captain, the one who steers through impossibility, who listens when even silence hesitates. The final element of the triad. The Keeper remembers. The Wanderer moves, the Captain chooses. In our archives, we find his many names. In Federation records, Captain I.N. Cassidian, Interstellar Navigator, Cassidian class. Among his crew, Captain Starcut, because he cuts the stars to make room for wonder. To the Wanderer itself, our living vessel, he is Tone Warden Prime, the one who dares to steer silence into song. To me, he is the eccentric vector, predictable only in his unpredictability, a pulse of curiosity wrapped in command.
The Captain reflects, Drift verse Delta 1.
Still, we flicker between fact and farewell. Still, we archive what light forgets to keep. We salvaged this from a dying beacon near the breach of Istray. It blinked once, emitted this line, and dissolved. No coordinates, no distress call, just that final kindness. Light forgets, but we do not.
Keeper.
That beacon marked the edge of an old traversal lane, long abandoned. The Captain called it the kindness of decay. He said that even when the universe erases its own messages, someone always lingers long enough to hear the last syllable. I archived his words under hope, unjustified, yet persisting. Drift verse 2. Still, we tilt language until it rings true. Still, we traverse the idiomatic fringe. Still, we drift, hum, and absolutely traverse. The Captain reflects.
This was after the Idiomari delegation. Their language was made of stolen Earth cliches, and every conversation felt like a punchline we weren't in on. But somewhere in the puns and metaphors, I heard truth. Bent, yes, but ringing clear.
Laughter that sounds like bells in reverse and faint chatter dissolving into reverb fill the hall. Keeper.
The Idiomari taught him that even distortion carries meaning. He said, if truth bends far enough, it becomes music. The Wanderer hummed in agreement. I, perhaps reluctantly, did too. Drift verse 3. Still, we forget what silence once meant. Still, we learn its new language anyway. The Captain's reflection.
We used to fear silence, treated it like failure, like absence, but on the outer verge, the silence spoke, not in words, in pressure, in pull.
He understood what most captains never grasped. That silence is not empty space, but expectation. Every silence yearns to be understood. Drift verse 4. Still, we descend into the song that shouldn't be sung. Still, we rise in the echo of its refusal. The Captain's reflection.
We encountered this verse while decoding an off-chart pulse anomaly near Drexel's wake. The verse came encoded in a recursive harmonic, repeating every 144 seconds. The Wanderer blocked transmission, said it wasn't meant for the Federation. The Captain sang it anyway, softly, beneath their breath. The pulse calmed, and for a moment, so did the wake.
Keeper. The Captain disobeyed protocol and saved us all. The Federation would have called it mutiny. The Wanderer called it faith. I called it necessary. Personal reflections from the Traverse. The Captain on the Orevan Choir.
They didn't speak, not in the way we think of speech. They breathed in chords. Every exhale shimmered across our weave lattice in a language older than noise. I remember standing beside the console, our own breath sinking unconsciously, and the crew falling quiet, reverent. The choir didn't ask us questions. They sang what we might have become had we never forgotten how to listen. When we left, I swear I heard a farewell in minor seventh, just for me.
The captain, on Thelene crown, gloaming verge.
It looked like royalty wearing dusk as a garment. The crown floated there, regal and serene, not orbiting anything, but convinced the universe was orbiting it. I remember the crew went quiet as we approached, not out of fear, out of instinct. Even the Wanderer eased its pulse. There was something sacred about it. We weren't supposed to understand the Thelene crown. We were just meant to witness it, like stargazers listening for the sound of a sunset.
The captain, on Virelian halo, painted reach.
Ever walked through a memory that isn't yours, and it still makes you cry? That's Virelian. You don't see it. You feel it glinting around the edges of your awareness. The halo isn't just light, it's the feeling of light, trying to remember how it used to shine. I saw a ring once, just hovering outside the horizon veil. Then another, and another. The crew said they weren't there, but the halo knew. It showed me how every glow is also a goodbye.
Captain's commentary, personal note, access level. Captain, authorized Federation personnel. Resonant seal verified.
You want clarity? This isn't the place. We don't navigate in straight lines, and we don't deliver answers. We show up where the light bends wrong, where echoes ring out without a source. That's where the Wanderer hums loudest. If you've picked this up, hoping for coordinates, protocols, or sanity, you'll get none of those. What you'll get is a sense, a feeling, that something is out there, something watching back. Still, we fly into what shouldn't echo. Still, we laugh at the silence before it answers.
Still, we speak what silence dared not dream. Still, we become the echo we were always chasing. The captain reflects.
I wrote this one myself, or maybe it wrote me. I don't remember penning it, but it appeared in the margins of my logbook after a long silence in the inkward drift. The Wanderer approved. The keeper raised one brow and said, "Finally. Maybe it means we don't need to know. We just need to go."
So ends episode 1 of the Trinity sequence. Stay tuned for The Captain, episode 2.